Hi folks, Puffin here with your Antifa News Briefa for March 22nd, 2022. Donald Trump, disgraced ex-president, has said something that is not completely praising Vladimir Putin for once, so that's why it's newsworthy. I don't have a conniption fit. He's not criticizing Putin in any way. It's more like licking his boots with a little less vigor. So what Trump said was something like, Putin has changed. It's really sad for the world. Something like that. And if you zoom out and think about it, Putin has controlled everything Trump said. If you look at, it's been obvious to anybody who's really been paying attention, Trump has been doing Putin's bidding all this time to destroy America. Now, if this isn't obvious to you, then just try this out. Look back on anything you can think of that Trump did, or look up anything that he did. Look at it in the context of, is he trying to destroy America and the NATO alliance, things like that, in order to weaken the West to prepare for his invasion of Ukraine / Europe? Yeah, that's what he's been doing. I mean, you'll see it if you look back on it with that lens. And it's been really obvious. I mean, it was obvious to Joe Biden when he called Trump to his face Putin's puppy, Putin's puppet. And called him that in front of millions of viewers. But he hasn't acted like it since then. The one thing that doesn't make it seem obvious is that Trump hasn't been arrested yet for being a traitor, for being Putin's #1 USA invader, and the other Trump Putineers as well. But hopefully that's coming soon, so good luck taking care of doing your work to those jokers, Joe Biden, President Joe, and Merrick Garland, and all those guys who are responsible for that. That would be the best thing to do to show Putin we're not Putin up with it anymore. Just arrest Trump. But anyway, I've been talking about that for a while. But the news today is that Trump said something like, it's sad that Putin has changed. Now, this is the third week of Putin's recent total invasion of Ukraine. And it was only a week or two ago, but within the first week of the invasion, or the week before the invasion, somewhere around there, that Trump was calling Putin smart. So what happened? He's saying Putin changed, but he's not saying Putin changed a long time ago. He's saying Putin changed recently, because he was calling him smart not long ago. He's been praising him the whole time. So why does he say Putin has changed? Well, for one, he didn't immediately overrun Ukraine, as many were predicting would happen a few weeks ago. It's almost like they laid a trap for Putin to do this, but thinking that it would be an easy win, but it's not, and he's losing. And Trump realizes that everyone hates Putin right now, so he has to seem somewhat in touch with reality and try to appeal to the side. But when you look at what he said, he's not criticizing Putin. He's not really saying anything against Putin at all. He's just saying he's changed and it's sad for the world. Meaning the way Putin used to be up until about a week ago was great for the world. And if he hadn't changed recently, it would have still been great. That's what Trump is trying to say. So it's still praise of Putin. He's still for the people who want to hear it that way. And there's plenty of them. Marjorie Taylor Greene just a couple weeks ago was speaking at one of their rallies, which, KKK, Nazi fascist rallies, Trump Putineer rallies, and they were cheering Putin, They were like, it's really obvious whose side they're on and that they're all in line with Putin. So that's why it is newsworthy that there's even the slightest variation or deviance from that, from Trump saying, he's changed, it's sad for the world. Again, it's not a real criticism, but it's something. And as I predicted before, there's going to be a schism between these two. One of them's going to betray the other one, and they're going to end up revealing their whole plot against us, which, worked to a great degree, but it's also taken them into this cul-de-sac of like a trap where they can't get out. They can't lie their way out of this because they're killing so many people, and it's being so well documented and shared around that even if they restrict people's access to information, as Putin's doing in Russia and as Trump had been doing in America, just giving people false information for years, which restricts their access to real information, even if they keep doing that, they can't win because the truth does win out and get through eventually. So it's good news that there's a little bit of variation, but when you think about it, when he's saying he's changed recently, it means he approves of everything Putin was doing up until then. And also saying that sad for the world is saying that if Putin had not failed to take Ukraine, then it would have been good for the world, is essentially what he means by that. So if you just think about it in those terms, Trump's always been this way, and it's the same enemy to humanity that everybody now recognizes in Putin is the exact same thing in Trump. So hopefully we'll do our job to do something about that here in America. And there'll be further criticism of Putin from everybody because everyone will realize that the people who stand for all those types of terrible ideals that Putin stands for are the enemies of humanity. So thanks for watching and sharing. Love you forever. See you soon.